Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, we just got a little creative. We just took the idea of a lobster roll and a fresh ground steak style burger and put it together. If you guys want to see how we make this surf and turf burger, here we go. The surf and turf burger. All right, so this is the deal. I've had it on the back burner for quite a while. Many moons ago, we did a crawfish burger. We used the Cajun Ninja seasoning. And then we've had several requests since about something like a play on a surf and turf burger. Well, I've been going back and forth, and I didn't want to just do like an idea of like shrimp on a burger or take a lobster tail and slice it and put it on a burger. I always think about the mouth, right? How big the chunks are going in your mouth. We talk about that, especially with fried rices and stuff, hibachi. So this is the idea. I've been playing around with the idea. I'm just going to have fun today, not a lot of talking. The idea is a lobster roll style burger. We're going to split the lobster tails, base them on the griddle. We actually did a filet and lobster special for Valentine's a few years back, where we actually did kind of like similar to this idea. We split the tails, we based them in butter and kind of like poached them in like a butter bath, and we had those fillets on the side. That came out phenomenal. So what we're going to do today is kind of like mimic that idea. Lobster tails on the griddle, it can be done, so this is what we're going to do. 4 lobster tails, check. A little secret for you later. A little Old Bay, a little butter, a little mayonnaise, because I like the cross between a butter and mayonnaise lobster roll. A little hot sauce, lemon, some celery, some garlic, some tarragon in the butter. And these are the idea of our steak burgers. Let me show you how we did this. When you think about steaks, here's some common steaks. A ribeye and a T-bone. But if you break the T-bone in half, you have a filet and you have a strip, right? If you get the chuck-eye steak, which is what we use a lot, it reminds you of ribeye because all the marbling. So you can kind of see the thought going behind the madness, all right? We're just going to grind all this meat up and make one fantastic burger. The filet, the strip, the chuck-eye steak, and the ribeye. We have our meat cut up. Alrighty, after you're done grinding, it should look something like this. So from here, I'm just going to kind of start working with my hands. Kind of build up that tackiness. See the difference? How it's starting to come together. All right, before we start weighing this out, I just want to show you the benefit of it. We're going to use this little Weber like burger press thing. Chuck roast right now is cheaper than ground beef, so we do this quite often just to show you the benefits of having something like this. I just wanted to show you really quick. For the scale and for the burgers, I'm looking for roughly 6 ounces. That's way too big. That's probably 7.5. Ooh.
Let me see. How close were you?
5/8. So we'll take our patty. We're going to go the deep side. Another piece of parchment and straight down. So then we'll slide this over to a little Weber thing. So let me show you real quick. So if you go there, you can get a thick burger. If you go there, you can get a thinner burger. But the more you press, the more burger the more burger spreads out. So let me show you. So we'll use the fat side right in the middle. Let's see, parchment paper, straight down. And then let me show you. All we're trying to do is just fill the sides. So you're just going to press down until it's even distributed. That way you got an even burger. Puts that little dimple in there for you. And there you go. Perfect steak burger. Now that you've seen those made, now you guys get the idea, right? Like I went all out, all out. Oh, here we go. So you're going to see this quite often. Many different variations. We're working on our 4th seasoning. This is not set in stone. It's actually just an idea. So pump the brakes on that one. Let us work through it and see what happens. First things first, I need to prep the vegetables, and then I will show you the trick on the lobster tails. All right, our vegetables are chopped extremely small. I didn't want a lot of chunkiness into it. Just working my way through the idea. Celery leaves, green onion. I got the whites and the greens, kind of like a mix. I think it's going to work. And then a finely small dice of celery. Here's our lobster tails. I'm going to split these right in half. Our shells are split. Now let me show you this little trick. Same thing we did several years ago. Just separate the meat from the shell. We're going to add some garlic butter. Ooh, that one broke. That's not good. So let me show you this one. I've never had one break before. We're going to fill that up with some garlic butter, so as it poaches on the griddle, that shell is going to protect it and steam that lobster from the bottom up. I guess technically you could dice this lobster up and poach it in that compound butter that we're warming up on the griddle. But since we're griddle cooking, might as well use the griddle. Some fresh tarragon. A little goes a long ways. I'm just looking to bring this butter up, get all those ingredients incorporated. A little dash of salt. All right, our Traeger's on. It's on a medium. This way, this is off. So this is medium, this is low. We're gonna use this as our sear zone for our burgers. So as this butter goes, we're gonna set it down. Fill those shells up with that butter. Kind of brush it as well. Just let it do its thing. That shell is going to act as a protector. See that? Watch this. I know the Northeast is just waking up. A lot of people are getting the griddles out, so I thought this would be a great representation of what you guys do with your. I know lobster is plentiful up there, so I hope this one does you justice. We talk about that lobster roll. We've had the luxury of having some fantastic lobster rolls spread out across the country, especially in the Northeast through our lives. But we've never loved it. It always seems like no matter how much we spent or how little we spent, whether it a shack on the side of the road or an expensive restaurant, we always ate them and felt like, I'm speaking for both of us because I think you can agree.
Yep.
It was just missing something. Everything from the cold mayonnaise to the warm butter. I'm kind of like a cross between the two. What if we combine them? That's what we're gonna do today. It always just seemed like it was missing that one ingredient. Maybe that's just the simplicity of a lobster roll, but trying that seasoning out, we're gonna hit both sides liberally. Just like you would on a lobster roll, I'm gonna take that butter. I'm gonna toast our brioche buns. All in that butter. Look at that. It's got that tarragon, the butter, the lemon. I'm gonna flip these just for a second, just to help that cooking process. That shell is working out perfect. Oh, it smells good. Jeez. Oh yeah. So that garlic butter. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Oh yeah. See how it's cooked all the way through? Hit it with some of that butter. That one might need a little bit longer.
What internal temp are you looking at? Because I know it's shellfish.
140, 145, something like that. Hey, speaking of internal temps, if you guys and gals are not familiar, we just released our very first griddle cooking temperature chart. If you guys go to theflattopking.com, you can sign up and get it for free. All right, so what I don't want to do is put that bad garlic on the griddle. So let me clean some of this up, but I want to keep some of this butter. I kind of feel like it's liquid gold right now, so let me put it in the corner so it can just kind of calm down. Clean our griddle off. All right, so obviously it should be easy just to pick out of the shell. And I'm gonna go ahead and chop this so it has a chance to start cooling down. I don't want to chop this too large, but I don't want to chop it too small either. So just bear with me here. Looking for kind of like small chunks. And the reason is, you gotta remember when you bite into this, you don't want to bite into a big piece and have half this fall out on the burger. So just keeping those large chunks or medium chunks, small chunks, however you decide to do it. Looks pretty good right there. That's fantastic. All right, before we make our sauce, let's get our burgers going. I'm gonna use some of that residual tarragon garlic butter. Move it over to the hot side. A good sear zone for these burgers. Just a couple dashes of hot sauce. Little Old Bay, not a lot. A little squeeze of lemon for freshness. Got the celery leaves, the green onions, and the celery. Not too much mayonnaise, just enough to incorporate all those ingredients. Oh yeah. And right at the very end, that warm garlic butter with the tarragon. Just a little bit. Incorporate all those flavors. What do you think?
That looks good.
See the idea now? I know you're skeptical. Good Lord of mercy. Don't waste that.
Oh, man.
Huh?
That's good.
I'm getting lucky.
Feeling frisky.
Why not? As that butter foams up, just basting it just like you would a steak. Dang, that smells good. You smell like garlic?
Yeah.
Look at that. See how good of a burger press that makes? That's absolutely perfect. Just kind of see that filling right there and just kind of, oh yeah. And just so I know I've eaten a little greens today, why not accidentally put a leaf on there? And there you go. Surf and turf burgers. You know what? This is what griddle cooking and cooking is all about. Outdoor cooking, just taking your favorites and going above and beyond. Do I deeply and honestly feel like you need to go all out with the beef and do your ground like that? No. Could you get by with ground chuck? Absolutely. I did it more for a play, right? When I think steak and lobster, you think of a nice steak with a side tail of lobster. So that's what I did. I'm not saying you guys got to do it, but if it's dang good, then, you know, when you catch your steaks on sale like that and you got your trimmings, we already talked about our filet trimmings. I've done it before. So just an idea. You ready?
Yeah,
I think it's cool enough. All right. I'm gonna cut it in half because I know that we're gonna enjoy this inside. So that brioche bun. Yeah.
Ooh. Dripping buttery garlic goodness. What was that? What was that?
Oh, I get so happy over food. God, I nailed it.
Pat yourself on the back.
I'm gonna have
when
to.
when you pat yourself on the back, you look so funny.
Well, I can't reach my back, so it's like half shoulder, half neck. God, here. Before it gets too cold, I want to go inside and enjoy this. Take a bite right in the middle. That big old piece of lobster. The lobster's sweet.
Oh man.
Which is a nice stark balance. I thought, honestly, truly, that the burger was going to overpower it because the fat. But I'm telling you, it's almost like the fat adds in the richness along with the lobster. Holy smokes.
That's good.
Oh, Lee, if you don't have this on a menu.
That's my bite. Okay, sign off.
There's my nod to the Northeast. I know you guys had a brutal winter just coming out of it, and I hope this does it justice. Oh, what a burger.
Super good.
Jeez.
The burger is really good too, the meat.
You can make a restaurant just around that. If you guys are interested, hit that join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. And don't forget about that griddle temperature chart. Also, hit us up on the Griddle group on Facebook. We're talking about griddles. A lot of people now are coming in play since the whole country is getting warm. Golly.
You can't stop thinking about the burger.
It is so good. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace. Just look at that joker. Look at that thing. That is like, that seasoning was good too.